What's up, Mad Hatters, and welcome to the very first episode of Mad Lab & Co. This is where we break down cocktails, technique, bar logic in a way that actually makes sense. Now, instead of jumping straight into fancy recipes, I want to start with something basic. Today's question is simple. What exactly is a cocktail? And to explain that, we are going to use a very familiar example, Nimbu Pani. Fresh lime soda, desi style. Before we start adding alcohol or fancy tools, let's understand the idea behind the cocktail itself. If you've ever been to a party, a bar, or even flipped through a menu, you've heard the word cocktail. But most people use the word without really knowing what it means. At its core, a cocktail is an alcoholic mixed drink. And that's it. It usually has a base spirit like vodka, gin, rum, or whiskey. And it combines with other ingredients like citrus, sugar, bitter, soda, or even water. Most cocktails are served chilled or over ice, and sometimes even hot. But here's the important part. The goal of a cocktail isn't just to mix alcohol with something. The goal is to balance flavor, improve aroma, and make the drink more enjoyable than alcohol on its own. And the easiest way to understand the balance is to start with a drink that already has it. Let's start building the Nimbu Pani. In a glass, I'm adding 30 ml of fresh lime juice, followed by 30 ml of sugar syrup. This gives us the perfect balance of sweet and sour. I'm filling the glass with clear cube of ice and topping it up with soda. And that's it. This is a non-alcoholic mixed drink that already follows the same principle as a cocktail. You have citrus for freshness, sugar for balance, dilution for drinkability, and ice for temperature. That's why Nimbu Pani works so well. It's not random, it's balanced. And once you set that, the jump for a refresher to a cocktail becomes very small. Now watch this. I'm gonna take the same Nimbu Pani and add 60 ml of vodka. And that's it. This drink has officially become a cocktail. Nothing else has changed. Same lime, same sugar, same water, and same ice. Now, you can call this a vodka lemonade. Or if you want a more classic reference, you can call it an Indian style call-in. But here's the thing. Just because something is a cocktail doesn't mean it's a great cocktail. Alcohol is the only starting point. The real magic happens when we start adding layers. And one of the easiest way to add depth without complicating a drink is with bitters. This small bottle right here is one of the most powerful tools behind a bar. These are bitters. Bitters are highly concentrated flavoring extract made using herbs, roots, spices, bark, and botanicals. They're intentionally bitter and incredibly strong. That's why we use it in a tiny amount. Usually just 2-3 dashes are good enough for a drink. And here is where I'm adding aromatic bitter. So instead of using the bottle directly, I'm using a bitter bottle to give it more finesse. So I'm adding 3 to 4 dashes. What does that do? It adds complexity. It gives the drink a middle note, something beyond just sweet and sour. Think of bitters like seasoning in a food. You don't eat garam masala on its own, do you? But without it, something feels flat. Now we've added flavor, but there's one more element that quietly makes a cocktail feel professional, the saline solution. This is something that most home drinkers don't expect. It's simply salt dissolved in water and very basic. In cocktails, we usually work with around 20% saline solution and we only add about 4 to 5 drops in a drink. You won't exactly taste the salt in the drink. Instead, what it does bring is everything together. Just like salt in food reduces the bitterness and enhances the sweetness, saline in cocktails rounds off the sharp edges and makes the flavor feel smoother and more connected. But once you start using it, you'll notice the difference immediately. Now that everything is in the glass, let's bring it all together. I'm just gonna finish off the drink with a few more steps. I'm gonna add a garnish of a mint bunch, a lime wheel, and a cocktail stirrer. Now it looks nice. That's amazing. Oh, very refreshing. Beautiful. We've started with a simple Nimbu Pani. We've added alcohol to turn it into a cocktail. Then bitters for depth, saline solution for balance. The result is something cleaner, smoother, more interesting than just plain vodka and lime. Same ingredients, just better decisions. So next time someone asks you what is a cocktail, just think of the Nimbu Pani. Alcohol makes it a cocktail. Balance makes it a good one. On Mad Lab & Co, we are going to break down cocktails like this. Simple logic, real technique, no unnecessary jargon. If you enjoyed this video, give it a thumbs up, share it, and tell me in the comments below what is your favorite summer drink. Subscribe to the channel and hit the bell icon so you don't miss what's coming next. The lab has just opened.